So I've noticed that in the past few weeks or so, there have been a lot of chosen ones, as well as a lot of those in the prophetic community uh, that have been posting videos and content on social media pertaining to kingdom marriages, finding your quote unquote kingdom spouse, or God's going to bring your significant other in your life, whatever it may be, pertaining to finding your spouse. As far as the prophetic community is concerned, it seems like it's primarily female prophets that are making this material in regards to finding your kingdom spouse and so on and so forth. But, I've been thinking, I have a message that is different than that common prophetic message that has seemed to pass itself around amongst chosen ones and those in the prophetic. And it is this. Now, for this all to make sense, I'm going to have to divulge into a little bit about my personal life, so you guys will get to hear a little bit about myself in this video. But maybe you are finding out in this season of your life, as a chosen one, that you have the gift of celibacy. And I know that sounds pretty strange, especially for this day and age, but I believe that many of the monks and many of the prophets in the Old Testament, and like the Apostle Paul, all had the gift of singleness. It was God's will for him to remain single. But yet it seems that none of the chosen ones or none of the people in the prophetic community have posted any videos talking about this. And I think that this could be, and I'm not saying it is, because there's nothing wrong with having the desire for marriage. But I think the reasoning behind all these videos about kingdom spouses being passed around, I think the cause of this trend is directly an influence of the culture. Both the culture and a lot of quote-unquote Christians are obsessed with the idea of marriage. They're obsessed with the idea of being in a relationship. It's almost like they think that getting married or being in a relationship will elevate them to godhood status, or it'll make them favorable under the eyes of God, or if they don't have their kingdom spouse, God can't use them to do kingdom work. Kingdom work. Which I think is a total load of you know what. In fact, in my walking life at least, I'm not saying this about everybody, I have noticed that the people, when I say people, I mean adults, the adults that were the most focused on improving themselves, the adults that were the most focused on God's will for their life, the adults that were most focused on living out their destiny, quote unquote living their best life, if you want to use that phrase, and the adults that were even the happiest or had the least amount of stress, we're all single. And all the adults that I know that are very dysfunctional or highly stressed are all currently in relationships or have came out of relationships or have previously been involved in a relationship or relationships. Might there be a correlation here? I already forgot where I'm going with this video, just because I have so much to express about this single topic. But if I can be entirely honest, not that I wouldn't be, I believe a lot of these female prophets on YouTube that proclaim themselves as prophetesses, I think a lot of them have a Disney World / reality TV mindset where they're trying to make their prophetic videos based on what they see in movies, what they see in TV, what they read in gossip magazines, what they see in romantic movies. And I think that's why so many of them have been on this trend of making videos and content pertaining to kingdom marriages. A kingdom marriage is a marriage, period. You're still going to have drama. You're still going to have issues. You're still going to have different degrees of dysfunctionality amongst the husband and the wife. You're still going to have a lot of divorces. How come nobody ever talks about a kingdom divorce? And the whole idea that you need a helpmate or a significant other or a wife to fulfill your destiny or God's will for your life as a man, I do not understand that concept at all. I do not understand why it is necessary, why you need another person to fulfill your destiny. I think if anything, as a man, being married will slow you down. And it will add a large amount of stress to your life. When you get married, you're not carrying just your own cross, but you're carrying the cross of your wife or your soon-to-be wife. You're carrying 2 crosses on your back. And if you have children, that's a destiny blocker in my book. But on the other hand, I realize that singleness is not for everybody. I realize that there are a lot of people that have found much joy and success in their marriage. So this is like my own opinion. This is my own perception of marriage and being in a relationship. Kind of like Paul. That was his own perspective. It's not right or wrong. It's just, I'm just sharing my perspective with you, mainly because I have heard no prophets, I have heard no chosen ones express this same perspective that I am expressing now. I intend to make a part 2 video on the same topic, and I eventually plan to make a part 3 video on this same topic, because like I said, I have so much to say pertaining to this topic, and I don't think I could pull it off in a single video. Thank you for watching.